How body positivity changed my life. This is kind of a touchy subject for me since I'm not the most comfortable still talking about it, but I feel compelled to make this video, so I am. So, talking about first, I'd like to talk about my struggle with being overweight. I have been overweight, I don't know, like as long as I can remember, and I have lost 10 kgs and then gained 20 kgs back, like at least a minimum of 5 times in my life. So you can tell I've had my fair share of struggle, actually, tremendous amount of struggle with weight throughout my life. I have been bullied for my weight in school. My biological dad would tell me that I look like an auntie when I was merely 10 years old. So I have heard it all, but it didn't affect me until I was in seventh grade and we were like in the courtyard doing exercises during the assembly time, and my seventh grade class teacher, she comes up to me and publicly embarrasses me and tells me to lose weight. It wasn't even like I wasn't able to exercise properly. My mobility was fine, I was doing everything properly. She just wanted to make me feel bad. I obviously felt very embarrassed. I went home that day after school and I told my mom about it. And what she did was she put me on a diet. I wish my mom didn't put me on a diet. I wish instead she went back to the teacher and asked her what was so deficient in her life that she had the need to make a little girl feel so bad about her weight. I wish she snapped back at my teacher like that, but instead, she put me on a diet. And since then, I have been on innumerable number of diets. But evidently, I have never been successful. Ironically enough, I'm on a diet right now. And if you'd ask me to put my bets on right now, I would say I might be unsuccessful even this time. But then, what sets me apart? Like, what sets this diet apart from my other diets? Also, you might have watched my video, or might have not, that I uploaded a video of eating a five-course meal alone at a restaurant just yesterday. Watch it if you haven't already. But that is the difference this time. The difference is this time I'm allowing myself to eat out once weekly while maintaining a regular healthy diet throughout the week. Unlike my previous diets where I would starve myself. This one time I starved myself so much that it led to constipation, which worsened to piles, and I was hospitalized. So I have done all sorts of unhealthy things just to lose weight. And this one time I was sitting in my room and I was in retrospect, I realized one of the reasons why I was always so eager to lose weight so quickly and that would end up in crash diets and whatnot was because I hated how I looked. Right now, I don't hate how I look. I am in the process of changing my body while not hating my body. Like, I am losing weight to be healthier, first of all, and partly for vanity purpose. Coming to the main subject, how body positivity changed my life for the better. So, I'll give you a before and after scenario. That is before being body positive and after being body positive. Before being body positive, I would refuse to go to parties, functions, wherever, because I hated how I looked. I would refuse to be seen in public because I was embarrassed of my body and I just didn't want to be seen. And I think that was one of the main reasons why I slipped into depression. Because, like, imagine you lock yourself in your room and refuse to go anywhere because of how awful you think you look. What is it going to end up in? Depression. But now I've come to realize that I don't need to be of a certain weight to enjoy my life. I don't need to weigh a certain two-digit number on the scale to wear a crop top or a short dress. I don't relate my self-worth to my body fat percentage. Yes, I am trying to lose weight, but that doesn't mean my current physical self is ugly or unworthy. I wear cut sleeves clothes now. I show my hyperpigmented armpits almost unabashedly. I caress my tummy fat, as weird as it sounds. I don't give a fuck about my stretch marks. I can't deny, I still feel insecure from time to time. I still am not the most confident in taking pictures from a certain angle. Sometimes I look too closely in the mirror and feel like getting a rhinoplasty or lip fillers. But thankfully, I'm sane enough to know that when I'm older and attain a level of maturity and acceptance, I wouldn't want those things for myself. So that is for my older, wiser self. I've come a long, long way from where I started. I don't crib about how big my tummy is or how saggy my arms are. Now, if you ask me how I became body positive, I would say it's definitely a journey. It's not an instantaneous thing. I think for me, the biggest achievement was acceptance, accepting how I look. Earlier, I had no interest in buying clothes. I would always tell myself that once I lose weight, only then I'll buy clothes for myself so that I look pretty. But now that I feel pretty, even when I'm heavier, I go for shopping more than ever. And yeah, I won't deny it is hard to shop as a plus size person in this fat phobic country. But as they say, where there's a will, there's a way. So I go shopping more than ever and I find clothes that fit or suit my body type and I feel so good, hot, and sexy in them. Rather than just wearing the random Puma t-shirts I got from the men's section 2021. And frankly, I think one of the other reasons why I became body positive was the external validation. Even while I'm fat, my friends will always tell me how pretty I look. And that definitely helped. That would definitely amp up my confidence. Apart from that, men and the number of right swipes you get on Bumble. LMAO. Okay, so I'm being really unfiltered right now. But earlier, every time I felt shitty about my body, I would go on Bumble and I would put out my best pictures, and my confidence would just shoot up with all the likes I'd get. But it was only transient and not healthy. I would also admit I have gone to horrendous amounts of lengths to get validation from guys. Some things that I can't even disclose. But just so you know, your girl has done it all to get validated. Actually, I was talking about it with my therapist in the other session, how you feel happy when like random men compliment you. And that feeling of happiness stems from all the discrimination you faced as a kid, which is a sad thing, but also it's okay to feel that way. And as much as it sucks, I think it was one of the forming factors in my confidence towards my body. One thing that my therapist told me to that would help me with my self-worth, with finding my self-worth, and I would advise this to others who struggle with self-worth, is to make a chart, like a list of all the qualities that you think you possess, because then like you would form a beautiful image of yourself in your head and you won't have to rely on others to feel beautiful. Instead of externalizing your self-worth, you would actually internalize it. So these were my 2 cents on body positivity. Comment down below how your journey has been with it. What are your experiences in life? I would love to know that. And let me know if you like this video.